This is just crazy.
Right, right.
And so they're just being goofy.
Sure.
And as I'm trying to be all serious or somewhat serious and explain to them my life, they're just goofing off. But they were very interested, and I wonder, now that I've seen some of the other shows that they've done, now I had no idea who they were until after this was done.
Sure.
And I actually secretly filmed them filming me.
Mm-hmm.
So I set my camera up in the corner and turned it on.
That's good, yeah.
And so I have it all on film. I haven't released it yet because I wasn't sure if I wanted to promote this or not.
Right.
But so I started looking at their show, and I see an old man giving himself breasts with suction cups, and some crazy people in ancient garb, and just the weirdest people ever.
Right.
The guy who created the beauty pill, and they're asking him about prostitution, and you know, these guys are just being goofy all day long.
Sure.
And I said, oh God, you know, these are the people I'm going to be with. This is going to make me look so bad, but I don't mind laughing at myself, you know.
So, but when they approach you, were they kind of honest what they wanted to do, or did you kind of feel fooled afterwards, or?
I was getting the sense of who they were, but no, they came in already on.
Okay.
So they were already in character and just being crazy. They were all hopped up on coffee, and so was I. So, no, I could pretty much get the feel of what was going on right away. So I went ahead and played with them.
Sure.
But they caught me in a mistake. And I hated that.
Okay.
Because I took them on an esoteric tour of Austin, and I showed them the fish people with the goddess Columbia standing in front of George Washington, which is in between the obelisk, the dome, and the pentagram, which are all symbols of Sirius and Egypt.
Right.
And all of that's right downtown in Austin. And right next to the statue of the goddess, and of course you can get all this in my films, including the Y2K ceremony that I explained. Right next to the statue of Columbia, the American goddess, is the Harry Ransom Center, where they store the handwritten works of Aleister Crowley, who is known as the Beast 666, and was really the founder of the 20th century. I mean, he really introduced us. He brought out the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and David Bowie and who knows what else. And the international headquarters of his, what would you call them, a cult, a coven, his brotherhood, his mystery school, the Ordo Templi Orientis is here in Austin. They have the international headquarters here. And his handwritten works are stored on campus. And so I brought the crew, the film crew from Sweden, over to check this out. And there's these eyes that stare out of the Harry Ransom Center that are very creepy. And they look very much like Aleister Crowley. And I've even superimposed a picture of Aleister Crowley over them, and they look just like his eyes, but it turns out they're not. And so these guys caught me being wrong. And, of course, those eyes are in every intro of my show. They're in a couple of episodes. But they turn out to be Picasso's eyes and not Aleister Crowley.
And how the heck did they know that?
What's that?
How the heck did they know that?
I don't know. I was walking up to him, and I said, well, here, right out in the open, we have Aleister Crowley staring at us. And he says, well, that's not Aleister Crowley, that's Picasso.
Okay.
And I said, really?
But what?
He says, yeah, does that destroy your world?
Oh my God.
No.
Okay. But I mean, they could be wrong.
The point is,
did you double check this afterwards?
well, yes, they were like, okay, well, let's go inside and ask. And I was like, all right, cool, let's go.
Okay.
And so we went inside and asked the curator about these eyes, and he says, no, yeah, absolutely, that's Picasso.
Okay.
And so I interjected very quickly so I didn't look too foolish on Swedish TV. I said, but you do house the handwritten works of Aleister Crowley here.
Yeah.
And he says, oh, yeah. And then as a second thought, he throws in, oh, and we have the first light bulb in the first photograph, and the Guggenheim Bible. And he wanted to cover the fact that they're not just housing Aleister Crowley's works.
Well, that's the way it is.
We got ran off campus right after that.
Okay, I can imagine. Oh my God, I haven't seen that particular program, and I've seen some kind of inception of it before it became what it is today. And it's, as you say, it's just hobblegosh, gooblagish. I don't know what to call it. It's well, whatever. But would you recommend? By the way, do you know if you're actually going to be in an episode, or did it just record you and might have you on? Have you been Do you know?
I think they'll use me. I'm starting to think I'm not as interesting as the other characters they had on.
Right.
But they filmed me for 3 hours.
Okay.
And then they said, well, we'll only be using 6 minutes of this.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah. So, are they gonna notify you when it's gonna air?
No, they don't even call me back anymore. I think they've realized that I've caught on to what they're up
Okay.
to.
Okay. Well, anyway.
So
yeah.
I keep checking it every couple of weeks. It seems that the episodes change every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And right now they're on Bigfoot.
Okay. There we go.
Or at least the last one I saw was Bigfoot.
Right. Well, we'll see. Would you recommend anyone watching it, or should we stay away from it? What do you think?
I'm if you want a good chuckle, go for it. I believe that's one of my pure powers, is that I don't mind, and I even accept and like that I'm a little goofy and a little strange, and my belief systems are a little weird, and that, I believe, keeps me safe. I'm not trying to generate a serious planet, These ideas of fighting the New World Order are against my philosophy.
Right.
My philosophy is to live and bring about life. If we fight our way to peace, we're never going to have peace. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really down with the stupidity of the common TV.
Sure, exactly.
But most people are, and so if you want a good chuckle, yeah, I would go look at it. But I haven't promoted this at all. This is the first time I've even mentioned that that I'm on the show.
Sure. Well,
and it's fun,
Sure. Well, I mean, we could turn it around, as you say. For one, it's better to fool around, I guess, in that sense, and have a bit of a laugh than the other way around. But I mean, anyway, it's more like an observation of what TV has become, isn't it? We could,
yes.
You could be on there and kind of doing it for laughs and see what the heck they are doing. What the heck do they spend their time on? Trying to just make a fool of everybody and everything, as nothing is serious anymore. That's kind of the sense of the overall TV, just as you said.
That's right.
Well,
and that really is a sad state of where we're at.
It is. But anyway, that's why we have the web now, and we can do some other. We can talk about these interesting issues that we've done today, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And of course, you have your own show. Let's round off this segment with that. Tell us a little bit about your TV show and your radio program.
Well, my TV show is absolutely another miraculous event that I accidentally fell into by going to an extraterrestrial conference with an ex-Bilderberger, ex-secret ruler of the world, that went and met the aliens that are visiting Billy Meyer in Switzerland. I ended up on TV by going there. And so this was something that I never intended to do. It's not I ever wanted to be Freeman as I am today, known by the world and whatnot. But yes, I have a TV show now in Austin that goes every week. I've kind of been taking a break from producing live shows because I just needed some time. But I have a bunch of lectures that I've given and done around the country that I'm airing. And then I try to keep these all up on the Internet. So I have 60 hours of the TV show on freemanarchives.com, which you can also get to from freemantv.com. Or the best way to see the show is to Google Blue Fly Productions. And I named it Blue Fly because the Project Blue Fly is the military mission to whenever there's an extraterrestrial running around on planet Earth, whereas Blue Book, chase the UFOs, Blue Fly, chase the actual beings.
Oh.
And so Blue Fly Productions is why it's titled that. And you can find all my shows online. I have interviewed some of the most amazing people. I've gotten some very unique guests, like the Church of Satan guy and the World Trade Center architect that's a Kabbalist. So I try to get shows out that are not being aired on coast to coast, and try to get outside the box a little bit further.
Right.
So it's been a miracle. It's been amazing. I love doing it. It frightens me to death. I can't believe that I'm doing it, and the response has been amazing. I've been picked up in St. Augustine, Florida, and I'm about to be picked up by a cable network, and I don't know what that means, but it's frightening and exciting all at the same time.
hear what you're saying, definitely. But keep up the good work, Freeman. Everyone can find all the links to your archives and so forth at freemantv.com. That's the main website to keep track on. But thank you very much, Freeman, for coming on today, sharing the lovely story of your travels down to Maya country, and do something nice with all the footage that you have there, and pop out a DVD or something. Would love to see that, you know.
It is coming.
Great, perfect. Okay, thanks again for coming on. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Henrik.
You cut me down a tree and brought it back to me, and that's what made me see where I was going wrong. You put me on a shelf and kept me for yourself. I can only blame myself. You can only blame me. And I could write a song